Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm prepping my vegetables to get started for a nice chicken foot soup. It's very rainy outside today and today is a perfect day for soup, and it's also Saturday. Today in the Caribbean everybody makes soup, almost everybody. So, you know, we're having our soup today. So I'm washing out my carrots, my celery, I have my chocho here, or Christophine, and I have pumpkin. So I'm getting that started. Those are going to be the first batch of vegetables that go into the soup. Over here I have my chicken foot that's soaking in vinegar and lime. The lime turned yellow. I don't know. This is a lime, guys, and when I bought it, it was green and then it turned this color. But I had it soaking in vinegar and lime for about half an hour. You can do 20 minutes, but I had it for about half an hour. I'm going to rinse this off really good and get it ready for the pot. Over here I have my pot covered and I have the water heating up. So when that starts to boil, then I'm going to throw in my chicken foot and the vegetables that I show you in the beginning. So after I drain it off, rinse it off good. I rinsed it off several times. This is what it looks like. As you can see, all of the nails have been clipped off, and inside sometimes when you buy them, they have a little like things in step one. So I cut it out there. All of them are clean, nice and clean, and they're all ready to go. So I'm waiting for my pot of water to get boiling. I slice up the carrots and I slice up the celery. I left the pumpkin very chunky because when it melts out, I want to be able to find it and count how many pieces I put in the pot, so that way I don't lose count and leave any of them. I want to just mash them out real good so you give the soup nice color and flavor and everything. Okay, the water is slowly heating up, and when that starts to do a roll and boil, then I'll add everything, the chicken foot and the vegetable in there with some pimento seed. Over here I have my garlic. This is one garlic and half. I found a half in the fridge, so I said let me just use it. So this is 1.5 garlic here. You can grate it or you can leave it whole, but what I did, I just mashed it with the back of the knife, and I'm gonna cook it like this. It's gonna melt out anyways in the soup, so you won't see it like this, looking like this. That's why I'm putting it in the beginning of the soup, so that way it will cook and actually cook out and leave the medicinal benefits to the soup. Okay, that's a roll and boil now. To this boiling pot of water, I'm going to add my chicken foot. I'm adding my garlic. I'm adding all of the vegetables. Make sure the hot water don't splash on you. I'm adding a handful of pimento seeds. And we're going to cover this and let it cook now until the chicken foot is nice and tender and the pumpkin is nice and soft, so that we can mash it with the back of the spoon and it gives the soup nice color. We're going to add the rest of our vegetables and the rest of our ingredients after all of this soften out nice. Okay, we're going to let it cook for about half an hour and come back. After half an hour, you might notice the water might look a little low, so we have to adjust the water. I have my pitcher of water waiting here. If you have a kettle, you can have the hot water waiting there, but my kettle, I had to throw it out. So I have my pitcher of room temperature water waiting there, so I can adjust the liquid in the soup. I had to run out real quick, but then I decided to stop by the park. I'm glad I did, because I can show you how it was raining so heavy this morning. I was going to show you the gray skies, but it just cleared up. And we have beautiful blue skies, the beautiful sunlight, and the beautiful scenery. And I just decided to go for a walk, and I turned the stove off. The chicken foot is sitting in, and the vegetables are sitting in the hot water, so they're getting to soak in real good there. And when I get back home, I'm going to turn the stove back on. But can you just share this moment with me? There were so many beautiful brown birds. They came in the walkway when I was walking. I'm going to try to zoom in and get like a close-up of them as I get closer. They're so beautiful. It was just something, I can't even explain how beautiful the scenery was. But there they are. Okay, I'm back home now. I turned the stove back on. Everything get to soak in that hot water. Look how beautiful that color is. So what I do here is mash the pumpkin with the back of my spoon, and this is the lovely color it gives the soup, so it has to still boil out. Like I said, the water would have reduced a little bit, so we're going to add more water after we put everything that we're going to put in our soup, okay? So over here I have white yam. I'm only going to use probably half of it. I have a piece of yellow yam here I'm going to use, and I have 1 Edos. So I cut up the yellow yam like this, and that's the peel I ate there. I'm going to put away this piece here. I'm going to cut the Edos. I'm going to use the whole Edos, and this is the white yam. Let me show you what it looks like when you cut it. So I cut the white yam. I started peeling it like this, so I'm going to finish peeling off the rest and cut it up. This is how I cut it up for the soup. You can cut it any way you like it, but this is how I'm going to make it in the soup today. I'm going to rinse it out because I just finished peeling it. That's why you see these things on it, you know. It's good I show you this so you know what it looked like, instead of like giving you a fantasy life. So this is what it looks like, okay? That's how I'm cutting it today. You can cut it round if you like, anyhow you like it. It's your kitchen. So I have some thyme here. This is what it looks like when it's in the fridge for about over a week. You see, I don't have nothing growing on it, so it's still good to use. Don't throw it away if you see it like this. It's just dry. I purchased it fresh and it dried in the fridge, but it doesn't have nothing growing on it. This is just dry thyme. So I'm going to add this to the soup. Over here, I just freshly washed. This is called cilantro. I have my parsley here, and that's how much I'm going to be adding to the soup. I have my scallion that I'm going to cut up, and I have my thyme. Thyme and the rest of the scallion. So I'm using 1 corn in the soup, and I'm going to cut it up small. You can save this. You can make a nice tea with it and drink. It has many wonderful benefits. Do research the benefits of corn silk. I don't throw them away. I just keep them. This is the corn silk that you're seeing here. It looks like silk, right? But that's called corn silk. So I'm going to cut this up and put it in the soup now. So I cut up the corn. You can leave it like this if you want, or you can cut it any size you like. But I think I'm going to cut them like this. This is optional, but this is called a turmeric. And I'm going to gently peel off some of the skin and cut it and add it to the soup. But you don't have to eat this. I will throw this out before serving the soup. This is what it looks like after I peel it. So now I'm just going to cut it in half and throw it in the soup. So I have some regular all-purpose flour here, unbleached, and I have my cornmeal. I'm going to add some cornmeal to the flour and a little bit of water to make my spinners. As you can see, I did not add too much cornmeal. I'm going to mix this up and then add my water and make my spinners. This is what my dough ball looks like. So I'm going to pinch off a piece of it and I'm going to make my spinners. This is what my spinners look like. You can make them any type of shape you like, but this is how I'm going to make them. I'm going to put them in. I'm adding my last spinner here, and then I'm going to give this a stir. And the last thing I'm adding is my Scotch bonnet pepper. I had some frozen Scotch bonnet pepper that I rinsed out really good, and I'm putting it in the pot. I'm not going to burst it because I don't want this soup to be too hot and spicy. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it like this, cover up my pot, and I'll be back. Give it like 15 minutes, come back and check on it. Make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom, nothing is burning. Make sure it's boiling good. After 10 minutes, I came back just to make sure nothing was sticking at the bottom of the pot and give it a good stir and just keep an eye on how things are developing. So after 20 minutes, this is what the soup looks like right now. I added some more water because I want it to be very watery. But if you want a creamier soup, you don't have to add so much water to it. But let me show you when I turn it up, because I just added water on top. This is what it look like, right? All my herbs and seasoning. You see the Scotch bonnet pepper there, it's still whole. The chicken foot is nice and soft and cooked. Look at that. Look at that. Let me show you the chicken foot. Look at that. The meat is falling off of it. Nice and soft and tender. I want to show you the other side of it. Right there, you see? How's your chicken foot? Meat falling off of the bones. So, I'm going to add to this pot, because no soup is complete without some soup seasoning, right? So I have a chicken flavored soup mix. You can add the pumpkin one if you want, or the cock flavored soup mix. But I'm going to add it because this is chicken I'm doing. So I just adding that. And this is the sodium content in it, 740 milligram. And that's different. You know, you'll see the you'll see those nutritional facts when you read the back of it. But this is the entire pot. And I'm not going to add any additional salt to this pot. Whoever wants salt, they can add salt to their soup and customize their soup. But I am leaving it like this. So when those noodles are cooked, and then let me check my chocho and my yam. Let me see if this plastic spoon is going through it. That's cooked. Let's see. Did it slice it? You see, it went through. So this is ready already, but we wanted to get a little softer than that. So when those noodles are cooked, this soup is complete. Okay, and there you have it. I will put it in a nice bowl, and I'll show you what I usually do. I take out all of this stuff here, like the parsley, the cilantro, the thyme, and even the turmeric. This is my first time adding the turmeric to it, but you can't go wrong because the turmeric it's loaded with plenty benefits and antioxidants. So I can't wait to eat this soup. I'm very excited to eat it. So I'm going to remove these things here and keep the soup. So in the timing, let's see, about maybe 15 minutes from now, I'm going to let this cook for 15 more minutes so that the noodles in the soup mix can get nice and soft. And then this is ready to eat. Okay? My apologies. I started eating this soup. It was so delicious. Nice and warm. Because we get caught out in the rain a little bit early this morning. So I want to make sure I don't catch any flu or cold. Weather related, you know, sickness. But it's delicious. Me and my family, you might hear them chomping on some soup in the background. Please forgive us. When it's something delicious, you don't hear much talking. We just eat. But I just want to show you how the chicken foot melt in your mouth, fall off the meat bone. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to let you see visual here now. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you stay tuned to my future videos. Okay, support your girl. Hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so you can know when I upload a new video, and just support your girl. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Subscribe, guys. All right, try this one. You won't regret it. You know, flu season is upon us, so we're gonna have to make those soups. Try this one. Don't knock it till you try it.